What if the emptiness you've been feeling all year was your soul waiting for Ramadan? Not for the food, not for the nights, not even for the routine, but for the cleansing. Because Ramadan doesn't just change your schedule, it changes your heart. Every year before Ramadan starts, I tell myself the same thing. This year will be different, and every year I realize something. Ramadan isn't different, I am. Somehow, in 11 months, life piles up. Stress, distractions, mistakes, sins we promised we wouldn't repeat, moments we're not proud of, and slowly, quietly, our hearts get heavy, not dead, just covered in noise, covered in dunya, covered in forgetfulness. Then Ramadan comes, and it's like Allah is giving you a reset button. When you fast, it's not just your stomach that feels it. It's your ego, it's your habits, it's your desires. For once, you tell your nafs no. No to food, no to water, no to impulses, no to reacting out of anger, no to gossip, no to scrolling endlessly. And every no you say, for Allah, softens your heart. There's something powerful about being hungry for the right reason. You realize how weak you are, how dependent you are, how much you need Him. And strangely, that weakness makes you feel closer, because fasting strips you down to who you really are. No distractions, no constant consumption, just you and your Lord. I remember one Ramadan where I didn't feel worthy. I had messed up too much. I felt like my doers were hypocritical, like my fasting wasn't good enough. But then one afternoon, while fasting, exhausted and thirsty, I realized something that changed me. If Allah didn't want me close, He wouldn't have invited me to fast. Ramadan itself is proof of His love. Think about it. Allah could leave us as we are, lost, distracted, spiritually asleep. But instead, He gives us a month where rewards are multiplied, where doors of mercy are opened, where even our hunger becomes worship. Even your dry lips are rewarded. Even your silent patience is seen. Even your struggle is counted. You don't earn Allah's love by being perfect. You experience it by returning. And Ramadan makes returning easier. Taraweeh at night, when the world is quiet. Quran that hits deeper than it did before. Dua that feels heavier, in a good way. Tears that come without forcing them. It's like your heart finally breathed again. Fasting teaches you something profound. You can let go of what is harming you too. If you can stay away from water when you're thirsty, you can stay away from sin when you're tempted. Ramadan reminds you that you are stronger than your cravings and more valuable than your mistakes. And slowly, that feeling of unworthiness fades. You start to realize Allah doesn't love you because you're flawless. He loves you because you try. Because you wake up for suhoor even when you're tired. Because you stand in prayer even when your mind wanders. Because you fast even when no one would know if you cheated. That sincerity, that quiet struggle, that intention, that's what makes you worthy. Ramadan is spiritual cleansing, not because you suddenly become an angel, but because you finally slow down enough to remember who you belong to. By the end of the month, something shifts. You walk lighter, you speak softer, you think deeper. Not because life is easier, but because your heart is cleaner. And here's the most beautiful part. The goal isn't to be perfect in Ramadan. It's to meet a version of yourself that feels close to Allah again. So if you've been feeling distant, if you've been feeling unworthy, if you've been carrying guilt quietly, Ramadan isn't coming to judge you. It's coming to wash you. to remind you that you are always invited, always seen, always loved. If Ramadan is Allah's personal invitation to cleanse your heart and come closer to Him, how will you answer it this year?